Alright, so 2023 is going to be an absolutely wild year, and so today, in today's video on my new channel, More ZMC, we are going to discuss all of my most anticipated movies of 2023. Basically, how I started this was I was like, I'm just going to do one movie from each month, but because it's not 2022, it's 2023, and we have so many big movies coming out, I decided that I'd do more than one for each month. So here is, let's see, 21 movies. We got 21 movies that we are going to talk about. But before I do that, subscribe, like button, hit the bell, comment down below. What is your most anticipated movies of 2023? I would love to know all that and more. And with that said, first up, we go with Megan. And this is kind of cheating because I may or may not be seeing this one tomorrow. But it is the only big new release on January. So I put this here. I genuinely was not going to be super excited for it. I was not excited for it at all. I was just like, it's a movie that I'll get to go see in January. But the more the trailers came out and the more the reviews came out, I was like, this could be a very fun time in the theater. So I am anticipating it. If I go sit down in the theater, I'm expecting just a fun thriller movie. And who knows, maybe this could be the next 10 Cloverfield Lane. We can hope though, right? But Megan, I will go seeing this tomorrow. Moving on, our runner-up for February, we got Cocaine Bear. I am hyped for this one. You know why? Because it's about a bear eating a bunch of cocaine and then killing people. It's a monster movie, basically. The trailer looked absolutely stupid, but hilarious. It looks like it will be a funny movie. It looks like there will be some brutal kills. Now, this one, because of February, and it's got another big new release that will be my most anticipated, I will not be going to see this one in the theater. I will wait for this one on streaming. But I am excited for this one. I think that this one could be a really, really fun time just watching it at my house because it is a slasher about a bear on cocaine. I am hyped for it, and it's directed by Elizabeth Banks, which is crazy. I didn't know that she directed it. And so, who knows? This could be a great time. But my most anticipated movie for February is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I'm a big fan of the Ant-Man movies. Ant-Man and the Wasp was kind of a disappointment. It was just like a mediocre movie for me. But Ant-Man is just one movie that every time I watch it, it just continues to surprise me over and over and over again. And so with Quantumania, I'm hyped for it. It's got Kang the Conqueror. You just got these people in this world. The trailer that we saw looked awesome. There's going to be monsters. There's going to be crazy scenes. Kang looks awesome. I am just hyped for this one to go sit in a theater and watch Ant-Man and the Wasp and everyone there around just beat up Kang the Conqueror. This one looks great. I am hyped for it. And so I really do think that this has a chance to be a top 15 Marvel movie. With March, we got so many new releases. The first up being Creed 3. Now, I am not the biggest fan of the Rocky franchise. I watched the first four, and I was like, this is a good franchise. But after the fourth movie, I just kind of got bored of it. And it wasn't until the end of 2022 that I started to get back into it, and I watched Creed. But this trailer looks pretty awesome. I haven't seen Creed 2 or Rocky Balboa or Rocky 5, so I will have to watch those before. But this trailer looks like this will be a pretty emotional and fun movie. My only problem with this is it's kind of like the Scream franchise where it's just repetitive. It's the same thing over and over again, so you know what's going to happen. I really hope they just throw in a twist ending for Creed 4, just kind of twisting up the formula just a little bit, and I feel like this could be the movie to do it. But I will be excited for this one to go sit in a theater and watch because me and my dad are fans of the Rocky franchise. Moving right along, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Now, I saw Shazam. I liked it a lot because it was just a nice, fun, cute movie with nice, fun family moments. Zachary Levi, absolutely phenomenal in this role. I heard a sequel was coming, so that's why I watched it. But I was like, I am excited for a sequel. To see more of this enjoyable family superhero movie, I would be excited for this. The only problem is I do not think the trailer looked very good. The trailer looked like this will just be another DC mediocre movie, and that's what scares me because I am really hyped for it, but at the same time, I probably will sit there and I'm not sure if I'll like this. This is going to this is going to be tough to say I love. And so I really hope that the movie pulls something out, but I don't really think for a sequel that the best thing they could do is the Zachary Levi performance. They need to throw something in even better, because in the first Shazam, I didn't find any of the superhero stuff really that intriguing. What I found was the family element and Zachary Levi and how they all turn into superheroes. That's what I found fun. And so if we have more of that, but we also have an intriguing superhero story, that'll look great. But the villains don't even look that good. So this is one that I am cautiously nervous for, especially how DC has been going. I will still be there. I will still watch Shazam 2. Moving right along, Scream 6. And another one that I saw the teaser trailer and I did not like. I'm like, what's this going to show that is new? Is there going to be anything new here? Is it just going to be another Ghostface slasher? And the franchise is just getting so repetitive. Every movie here was really fun. I really like this franchise, but I just cannot deny that it's just getting so repetitive with Ghostface killing people and then more people masking up as Ghostface. Like, how often does this happen? This does not seem like it would happen every single year. And the trailer was just people on a train. Sure, I think it'll be a good movie. That was only a teaser. If we get another trailer, I'll probably be more excited for it. It's just, I don't know, because it just seems like it's getting repetitive. And just throwing us to New York City, that's cool, I guess. But like Creed 3, you're really going to have to get creative to win me over on this. But I will be in that theater because I am a big Scream franchise fan. I just really hope that it's something unique. Our last movie of March, 65. This was a movie I have never heard of till the trailer came out. And it's basically Adam Driver in Jurassic World, because he is a space bus driver, I guess. He crashes, and he's in the world 65 million years ago, where dinosaurs are. The trailers make this one look up like a blast. It looks creepy. Adam Driver looks like he's going to have another fantastic performance. The dinosaurs, if it's just Jurassic Park with dinosaur action, but with a kick-butt guy, I am going to be excited for this one. I think this one looks great. I will be in that theater. Thing is, this will probably just be like a middle-of-the-road, mediocre movie, as like a bunch of these movies are. That does not change the fact that I am still very excited for 65. I think it looks great. Moving right along with April, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And ever since that the cast was announced, this has been 100% my most anticipated movie of the year. And then the first trailer came out, and I was like, this looks amazing. I was beyond excited for it. And then the second trailer came out, and I have this big nagging feeling that it'll do the Illumination thing, to where they'll only have like a 90-minute runtime and try to shove as much stuff as they can in with it, with the Mario Kart, with Mario 64, Mario Galaxy. Looks like they're trying to shove everything that is great about Mario franchise into one 90-minute movie. And I don't know if it's 90 minutes, could be 2 hours, but the way that it's looking is that Illumination makes like these short family movies, and that's what it might be. It might just feel cramped, feel like you will leave the theater and just feel exhausted. That's my worry for this one. I still think it looks incredible, though. I will be in that theater, possibly opening night, because it just looks great. I just have that nagging feeling that it will just feel crushed by all the weight of everything I was trying to do. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This is probably my most anticipated movie of the year. Now, I'm not a big fan of Guardians 2. Every time I do rewatch it, though, I realize how much fun I have with it. I think that that movie is absolutely hilarious. I think that it's absolutely hilarious. The only problem with that is it doesn't really have a story or anything for the characters to do while we're waiting on the big twist finale. That's the big problem with that one. With this one, it will be the emotional final film of the Guardians. People will die. The Guardians will be disbanded. And this is a franchise that is very close and dear to me. I believe this... No, it wasn't. I believe... For a long time, this was my favorite movie of all time. But then Homecoming came out, and I think Homecoming's even better than the original. I just think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, if it nails the emotion, if it nails the comedy, if it nails the action, if it nails the story, it's just going to be perfect. And I never really did read this. I don't really know what the movie's about. Let's read it real quick. After acquiring Knowhere from the Collector, we find the Guardians working to repair the extreme damage done by Thanos, determined to make them Knowhere a safe haven not only for themselves, but for all refugees displaced by the harsh universe. It isn't long before their attempt to return to normal is impeded by a brutal attack from a new enemy, and Peter, still reeling from the loss of Gamora, must rally his team around to defend the universe along with protecting one of their own. Wow. See, just like that. This movie sounds so emotional. Rocket will be the one, probably the die. The High Evolutionary here. I just really am excited for this movie. It looks phenomenal. I only threw this in because I know I will be going to see this one with my dad. The Fast and Furious movies. Hobbs and Shaw, the first one, and F9. Hobbs and Shaw, really fun movie. The first movie, really great movie. I think it's definitely different from the rest of the franchise, but I think it's really good. And then Fast 9. And with these newer installments, it's just personally for me getting kind of old, getting kind of boring. And so with Fast X, you're going to have to do something new. You can't just rely on family in the cringeworthy ways as you did last time. I'm not really excited for this one. I put this on this list because I will go to see it in the theaters with my dad. I don't really know how this one is going to turn out, though. But my true most anticipated movie of, I believe this is June, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I thought the trailer looked phenomenal, and even though I'm not a big Indiana Jones fan, I've seen a couple of them. They're just fun adventure movies, even though I'm not a big fan of that. James Mangold is a director I really love. I liked The Wolverine. I liked Ford vs. Ferrari. I love Logan. Actually, I haven't seen Logan, but everything I've seen of Logan, I loved it. He's just this director that I really think can handle an Indiana Jones movie. Like I said, the trailers look phenomenal. It looks like it's just going to be a fun action movie with Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones with big emotions in the end. I will be going to see this one. And since the trailer dropped, I've been in the mood for Indiana Jones, even though I haven't rewatched any of them. I need to rewatch all 4 of them before the movie comes out to give you guys a ranking. Also, guys, sorry if I do keep yawning. I am a bit tired. It's like 10:30 in the morning, and I have to go to work, and so I just decided to get this video out. But if you're wondering if the audio is messed up, it's just because I'm yawning while doing this. But, moving on, I believe this is also still June, maybe. Transformers Rise of the Beast. I was not blown away by the trailer. If it's a lot like the other Transformers movies, I'm not going to like it. The first Transformers movie is just a delight for me. I think that one was bonkers, just crazy. But as we move on with the franchise, it just gets more repetitive to where you just feel exhausted stepping away from each one. They're not very good. And so after the first one, which is one of the most fun movies I've ever seen, the rest of the franchise doesn't really have anything for there. And Bumblebee was good. It was an enjoyable movie. It's just not, it just has problems with holding it back. So Transformers Rise of the Beasts, you have to have a great story, great action, but you also got to keep it like Bumblebee. You got to have it make sense. You can't just have it crazy and go everywhere like Michael Bay. And that's why I'm trusting in Stephen Campbell Jr., who directed Creed 2. I really think that he can bring this movie. I really think that this could be a good movie. But compared to the rest of the Transformers franchise, I don't really have that much faith. But I am excited for the movie. It will be a decent movie. Across the Spider-Verse. Now, when I first told you that, when I did my trailer breakdown, I was like, yeah, cool. I'm not really that big of a fan of it. The more I watch it, the more I realize, the more I hear about the story, I think this one's going to be awesome. The trailer, it's like the Batman. The more I watch it, the more I love it. The animation looks great. The action looks great. There's going to be solid emotions. There's going to be a great villain, I can already tell. I just really, really, really feel like this is going to be a match for the first Spider-Verse movie. The Spider-Verse movies are going to be one of the greatest Spider-Man franchises of all time. It already looks phenomenal. I can tell that it will be phenomenal. And so that's why it did make this list, because I'm excited for it. Very, very excited for it, and you should be too. Why the frick did I put Barbie on this list? I hated the trailer. I thought it looked absolutely stupid. But, I mean, look at this cast, though. Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, Simu Liu, Kate McKinnon, Ariana Greenblatt, Will Ferrell, Michael Cera, Scott Evans. The list goes on and on. I don't really know what the story will be about. I mean, it says right there, doll living in Barbie Land is expelled for not being perfect enough, sets out an adventure in the real world. I won't go see this one in the theaters. I'll probably just wait till it drops on HBO Max. This one looks absolutely stupid, but I mean, it'll be fine. It'll be a fun movie, I guess. It'll either be a fun movie, middle of the road of the year, or it'll be a bottom 10. 100%. It might even be the worst movie of the year. It looks so dumb, but I will check it out. I put this one on here because I've been following this man right here, Chris Stuckman, for a very, very long time. And see him directing his first feature film, I am excited for it. I don't really know what it's about. It's just about, like, people investigating paranormal activities. But because it is directed by Chris Stuckman, I will give him my support because I know his story. I know that he's been trying to make movies for a long time. And I know that he was a Jehovah's Witness. And just his story is a really good story. And so I will just give him the support by watching this movie. I don't really have any huge hopes for it. It just sounds like a basic horror movie. But it is directed by Chris Stuckman. So I'm excited for it there. Mutant Mayhem, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's a reboot focusing on the continued adventures of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We don't really know much about this one except that it's an animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. And it gets me excited just by that. I'm a fan of the Ninja Turtles. The two recent live-action movies, I found them to be really fun. And then we get the classics. And the classics I'm not that big of a fan of. But if we just get cool action, cool voice acting, it's also got Seth Rogen in it, it'll just make me excited just for that, just for being a fun Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I do have really great hopes. I really have great hopes that this could be a great movie. And I know a lot of people don't like the more recent movies. I found them to be fun, but I put this on here because I do have hope that this could be a great movie. And I don't know why, but for some reason, this movie feels like it could be the savior to the DCEU. Blue Beetle. I don't know why. Looking back on this, I think I have all 3 DCEU movies on my most anticipated list. Yeah, Shazam, I don't really think that'll be perfect. Aquaman, I am excited for it. Do I think it'll be the savior of the DCEU? No, I do think Blue Beetle has a chance. Not only does it have Xolo, I'm not even going to try to say this guy's name, but not only is he in it, but it just seems like it'll just be a fun movie. Just an energetic DC movie. If they nail the story, if they nail the teenage thing, and if they don't do what they do every time, a demon villain, I think this has the potential and as a character to help James Gunn build a bigger franchise. And he hasn't really directed anything crazy. I mean, who knew that he was directing in Untitled Transformers film? I didn't know. I really do think that they could tone down the DCEU with this. Make it a decent movie. And maybe save the DCEU. Haunted Mansion, obviously. This is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. Just because look at this cast. Rosario Dawson, Lakeith Stanfield, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, Jared Leto, Jamie Lee Curtis, Winona Ryder. Holy crap. Just saying that makes me excited for this movie. Because I'm a fan of the original Haunted Mansion, and as much as I realize that the story isn't perfect, it's got a bunch of story flaws. I am excited for this one, just because of that cast, and because if they nail it, if they have a more basic story, then it could be fun. I am a bit nervous for it, though, because it's not... I'm just really nervous for the movie, because it's a Disney movie, probably will just be a Disney Plus original, and you know how those are. It has a chance to have a great cast and a dumb story with terrible a lot of things. And so that's why I'm nervous for it. I will still be very excited for it, though. Wrong movie. I only put this on here because it was the only movie in September that was coming out. The Expendables 4. I don't really care about it. I own the 3 Expendables movies. I haven't seen them yet. I will check them out. For now, I'm just like, Expendables 4. Okay. That's the only movie that was coming out in that month. It doesn't belong on my most anticipated list because I'm not excited for it at all. Neither was Kraven the Hunter. It was the only movie coming out in October. I am excited in a weird kind of way. Just not really that excited. I'm excited because it's a Kraven the Hunter movie. But with Morbius, with how this Sony villain franchise has been turning out, it's just been god-awful. I really don't have any faith in any movies. This could be the movie to turn that around. Do I think it is? No. Do I think that they'll just throw it out? I do. That's why I'm really nervous for it. But I will be checking it out when it hits streaming. I just don't really have any hopes for it. And even the story, like, he's an animal protectionist. That's not who Kraven the Hunter is. They're trying to make him a hero. It just sounds like a really stupid movie, and I'm not excited for it. And same thing with Dune Part 2. I will be excited for this, though. I still have not checked out the first Dune. It was a movie that I kept trying to check out, and I never could when it hit HBO Max, and then I still haven't checked it out. But Dune Part 2, I love Denis Villeneuve. Look at this cast. It's a crazy cast. I will check this out. I will be checking out Dune Part 1. I can't really comment on this until I see Dune, though, because, again, I'm not familiar with the story. But for now, it's on my list because that was the only movie coming out in November. And then, our final most anticipated movie of 2023, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Obviously, I am a big Aquaman fan. The first Aquaman movie is just one of the most fun DC movies ever. And so having another one directed by James Wan, I think this one will be fun. It just sucks because they will be taking it out of the franchise, which is really weird to just randomly take it out of the franchise. And with Aquaman not there, I'm hoping that it's just a fun, awesome DC adventure with Aquaman for his possible final showing in the DCEU. And so that was my most anticipated 2023 list. Let me know of yours down below in the comment section below. Thank you for clicking on this video. I got a bunch of videos coming to my regular channel, but also this, because the regular season of football ends today. I will make two separate videos, one reviewing the regular season, the other deciding my, the other will be kind of like predicting the playoffs, I guess, is the way you could say it. So subscribe to this channel. On my other channel, I also have a bunch of videos coming. I have my ranking of all the movies this week. I also have already edited my Wednesday review and my 2022 TV show ranking. It's just not out there yet because I don't know why. I gotta figure out. YouTube's being really dumb as of late, not letting me upload videos. But with that said, as always, subscribe to join the Nerd Army. So subscribe to my other channel, Zachary Movie Chat. And with that said, thank you for clicking on this video. Peace out.